ito na naman po tayo, no? Nag-aaway-away na naman ang mga senador natin. Itatanong ba natin, 12 ba o 13? No? Isang dosena ba? Pwede nga ba? Naku, tingnan po natin. Ang dami nang sinabi kung sino-sino, no? Mga lawyers lang daw ang pwede magkomentaryo dito. Alam po nyo, yan po ay hindi naman sa ginagawang tanga si Juan de la Cruz. Kaya ni Juan de la Cruz magbasa. Kaya ni Juan de la Cruz basahin ang saligang batas. Yun lamang po dapat ang ating titingnan, ang ating saligang batas, no? Yung mga interpretasyon ng ating saligang batas na dumaan sa Korte Suprema, yun po ay naggigiya sa atin para natin mas maintindihan. Pero hindi naman po pwedeng ang 1935 Constitution ang dapat governing law sa ngayon dahil meron po tayong 1987 Constitution. At kung titingnan po natin, yung mahalagang kataga, all its or all the members. Ano bang ibig sabihin nun? Pag tiningnan nyo po sa ating saligang batas, yung all its members o yung all the members, ay nako, 10 beses po yan pinagsasabi sa kabuuan ng ating saligang batas. Magmula po yan sa Article 6 ng Legislative Department at Article 7 ng Executive Department, no? Susunod-sunurin ko po yung 10 yan. Article 6, Section 16, ukol sa majority vote. Article 6, Section 16.3, 2/3 of all its members. Article 6, Section 18, majority vote of all the members. Article 6, Section 19, majority of all its members. Article 6, Sections 27, Paragraph 1, 2/3 of all the members of such house. Article 6, Section 28, Paragraph 4, majority of all the members of Congress. Article 7, Section 4, majority of all the members of both houses. Article 7, Section 9, majority vote of all the members of both houses. Article 7, Section 18, majority of all its members. At Article 7, Section 19, majority of all the members of the Congress. Ano po lamang ang pinapakita ko? Napakaklarado ho sa mga nagpanukala at ang mga taong gumawa ng mga salitang ito sa ating saligang batas, itong katagang ito, of all its members. Hindi po sinabing of all those present, no? Magkaiba naman po yung present at of all the members. So pag ginawa po natin yan, 10 beses na nakita natin sa ating saligang batas, ano lamang po ang sinasabi niyan? Napakahalaga po na intindihan natin, napaka-deliberate ang ating mga constitutional commissioners nung pinag-uusapan at ginawa itong saligang batas natin ng 1987, no? Majority of those present and a majority of all members, hindi po basta-basta yon. Talagang sinigurado nila yung katagang yon ang ginamit. Tingnan po natin ang intent. According to Commissioner Hilario Davide, ang sinabi niya yan, ini-emphasize ang kakailangan ng lehislatura na kayang mag-withstand sa pressure ng Pangulo. Kaya of all its members, sinabi rin po dyan, yung of all its members ay isang safeguard designed to ensure the leadership positions in Congress enjoy the support of absolute majority of the chamber rather than a majority of those present during a particular session. Klarado po yan. Sabi po ni Constitutional Commissioner Christian Monsod, there is a very delicate balancing here of the right to demand accountability with the right of the government to a certain amount of stability and freedom from harassment. Kita nyo ho, noon pa ho yan, pinagdedebatihan. Nagri-ring pa rin po sa atin ngayon yan, no? Ang sinabi naman po ni Constitutional Commissioner Ambrosio Padilla, pinagkadiinan niya, ang Senado ay nationally elected, need not be intimidated nor threatened by the warlords of the hostile Malacanang, arguing that the Senate's nationwide mandate equips it to resist executive pressure, and that requiring an absolute majority of all the senators in choosing its presiding officer serves as the institutional safeguard that anchors its independence. So, narinig na natin, independence. Narinig natin na kayang tumayo laban sa Malacanang. Narinig rin po natin ang absolute majority, yung mga katagang yan. Ano po ang sinabi ni Constitutional Commissioner Francisco Soc Rodrigo? Ang sinabi niya, it is the institutional continuity, describing it as a continuing Senate, no? With 24 fixed seats and staggered elections designed to prevent a full institutional reset. Kung titingnan po natin, no, 12 po ang nahahalal sa Senado. May 12 naiiwan. So it is a continuing body, no? At sinabi rin po ni Soc Rodrigo, no, na required yung majority para pag merong absences, hindi sasabihin, ay kulang, we cannot do work, there is no quorum to do business. Always, it has to have 24 seats, and that the Senate presidency is tied to all its members, meaning the constitutional threshold does not shift due to temporary vacancies, boycotts, or non-attendance, or walkout na ginawa ng Soto-led group, no? So, ano po ang napakahalaga ditong takeaway? Unang-una, all its members appears in the 1987 Constitution and is generally used in provisions requiring votes based on the chamber's full membership rather than those present and voting. Second, the inclusion of the phrase in Article 6, Section 16, Paragraph 1 is intended to address the ambiguities, yung kaguluhan that emerged under the 1935 Constitution, particularly, ito pong tinatawag na Avellino versus Cuenco. Hindi po siya jurisprudence. So, hindi ko maintindihan ba't ang IBP yan ang ginamit na dahilan para susugan at sabihin na ang Gatchalian-led ay tama na majority, no? The ongoing debate is ultimately about constitutional interpretation and whether the Senate presidency requires the support of 13 senators, the majority of the 24-member constitutional body. So, uulitin po natin, no? Kung 24 ang total members, ano po ang majority? Hindi po ba 50% plus 1? Di 12 plus 1 equals 13. Yung mga pilosopo tasyo na nagsasabi na 22 daw, nakaka-alarma po yan. Dahil magkakaroon po tayo ng impeachment at ang sinasabi natin, ito bang ginagawa nila sa majority ay prelude para mabago ang 2/3 of all its members sa pagboto sa conviction sa impeachment, no? Mahalaga po nating tingnan yan dahil marami po tayong dadarasin at dadaanan ng mga constitutional issues pagdating sa impeachment. So ito po si Maluti Kia. Like, follow, and share. Salamat po ulit.